Alright guys, it's done. Well, it's mostly 97% done. The only thing I gotta do is connect the pump to the inlet there. Basically this is it. I'm done with the plumbing, done with the stand. Just gotta put that door in there. Actually, there's a couple things that I did as well. I got a little yoga mat, cut it in half, put it here under the sump with the hopes of vibration from skimmers and from the return pump. And then try to avoid any as much noise as possible. Basically, this is it. It took me too long, and I'm gonna go through the plumbing work that I did. So starting on the inside, two of these, 3/4 inch here coming in, and then I have the 6-inch piece and the elbow and the flange here, so you can direct however you want. This can turn to the side, up and down, etc. So two of these, one on each side, and then I have three bulkheads. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the overflow, which are 1 inch each. So they all in the back, as you can see over here, they connect together. So what I did here, I put unions everywhere, as I mentioned before, this time, so I can actually take this apart, move the tank around, or whatever I need to do. So I put a 3/4 union here, 3/4 union there, and then the three pieces that I have in here. What I did before, I tried to just put an elbow in my previous system. All kinds of gurgling, all kinds of noise coming in. So the solution was to put a T, and then this is a cap. Basically, I'll leave this unglued, and it just goes in with pressure. I'm gonna put a little hole in here, and the size of the hole depends on the amount of water that's gonna be coming out. So once I get the system running, I'll decide on drilling the hole in there, but it's pretty simple. And then I'll get a little further back here, and then they all three they connect with a 2-inch. The idea behind this is that I wanted to have a system where I have as much overflow as possible. Sorry about the car driving by. I'm in my garage. Without restricting the flow, because the pump that I have in here is a Jabo, or I think Jabo DCP 5000, so it's about 1,200 gallons an hour. And of course, there's a bunch of elbows, 90s, and etc. So it's going to reduce the flow. It's not going to be that much. And I also have a valve in here that I'm going to show you in a minute to control that. So basically, what I did is they all three go from 1 inch into a 2 inches, and then they connect together. One elbow here, a flow elbow here, and then going down, and then this one goes directly here. And then they go down to 90 and then go straight into the sump. I'm basically gonna build a sock holder in here and have a 7-inch sock sitting in there. And that's it for that, for the overflow. And then the next is the return. To show you the return, I want to start on the inside of the sump here. This is, I'm pretty excited about how this turned out. This is the first time I've built a manifold, and I think it worked out well. So everything is hard plumbed in here. Of course, a lot of unions. But here's my pump, DCP 5000, as you can see over there. And it's a DC pump, which you can control the power of it as well. So this is gonna have a silicone tube in here to reduce vibration from the pump. Going in here is an elbow, and then this goes up to something. This is all 1 inch, right? And this right here, I can control the flow with these valves. These are actually really nice. Yeah, they're a little pricey. The 1 inch is like 22 bucks, and then the 3/4 I think are 19. They're a little pricey if you compare to the regular white ones. But I went to Home Depot, got a couple of those. I couldn't even turn when they're brand new, so I was afraid that they were not gonna work after a little while with salt water going through. These right here, super smooth, and then there's a feature inside that you can remove the union, and you can actually tighten how much tight you want the pressure to be. But this is pretty tight, so this basically is to control how much water can go up here, in addition to controlling the pump, right, which has the water to control. So from there, I'm going to the manifold. It's the first time I built, but I think it turned out really well. So another elbow in here, going up. The reason why I had to go up in here, not just straight, is because of the overflow. The overflow is right here, which is 6 inches. So I decided to go all the way to the top. And also I wanted to attach to the ceiling. So these are galvanized braces for 2 inches that went around my 1 inch piping. Anyways, going up to 90 degrees. And then here I have a reducer. So it goes from 1 inch to 3/4. And then one union, T, another. This is the two manifolds that I put up. One on this side here in the center. I'm not sure how I'm gonna use it yet. Maybe for a carbon reactor, or maybe for a recirculating skimmer, or whatever it might be when I decide. Right now, as you can see, it's shut. And again, this valve is super smooth to operate. So you can control the flow of whatever you have in here. There's a thread in here that you can reduce even more. and you can control the flow and fine tune really well. And then so another union in here to connect the two, so if in the future I can take one of these off or whatever, I can move around without having to cut the pipe. And then so I have another one the same way here, and then one more union. And then what I did here, which I think I saw somebody else doing it and I thought was really smart, but basically if I want to do a water change, instead of having to siphon from the display tank or from the pump or use the pump, what I did is basically as part of the manifold put another valve in here, and this I'm just going to connect the little silicone holes in here that's going to just hang in the back. Whenever it's time to do a water change, just open it up, close that one up, right, close this one, and then the water now is going to be closed, so it's going to go straight from here to here, close the two mouths of the manifold, and then the water just going to come out into the bucket. Once you're done, just shut it off and you're done. No siphoning ever again, which I'm excited about. So this is the inside of it, and as you can see, this is the return, how far it goes in there. This is one piece that I want to talk about really quick that I left. Actually, I didn't glue this part. The reason why I didn't glue is because I wanted to be able to, first of all, decide how I want, what kind of sock I want to use. I think it's going to be 7-inch because it's going to be only one with a lot of water coming in. And second of all, if you want to change the sock, all you got to do is take this out, take your sock, wash it, change it, and put it back. And so it's pretty simple, and this is enough pressure to hold it in place. And also, I'm not worried about leaking because this has 2-inch clearance here and 2-inch clearance here, so any leaks is just going to drop right in there. But it's pretty tight in there. And now let's take it to the back of the return. This is it right here. So going from the valve that I just showed you, right, which is going to control the flow, the overall flow, I'm going all the way up here, 1 inch. One thing that I did, two modifications that I did to the stand. I love the stand. Again, is Aquatic Fundamentals or something like that. That's the name of it. But it's really solid. It's made of MDF, so it's not anything super special in the material. So for that reason, they have this coat on it, which is nice. But I had worn this before in my 90-gallon setup before, and a little bit of water fell in, and I didn't wipe. And this is MDF, right? So MDF, if it gets wet, it basically swells up. It doesn't lose its resistance, but it swells up, and it's not a good thing. So what I did is, on the inside, I used Rust-Oleum protect enamel or something like that to finish off the inside, so to catch splashes and to, because all the salt that's going to dry up in there is going to eventually be drying up and showing. So if it's all black, and it's going to look all dirty. And also I want it to be really bright when I want to work there. Eventually I'm going to put a light in there. But anyway, going back in here, two modifications that I did. One was that I had to move this piece 1 inch back so I could put this pipe through. So I just, the hole was inside about this far in. I just took that out, put another hole in here, left enough space to grab, as you can see, so 1/8 of an inch or so to grab it up. And it's pretty solid in place. The other one is I cut this right here. So I had two options, either cutting this or not cutting and have the pipe go, all the piping go in the back of the stand. If I did that, I was gonna have like almost 6 inches of piping. So imagine the manifold just hanging on the outside, So I didn't like it. Well, the manifold, never mind. The manifold would be on the inside, but I would have an elbow coming up here and this going up here. But I had this much more space, so I decided to cut a little 2-inch by 3-inch here and put the pipe through. So I cut and I painted again, finished with the same material. What I can do here now, if I want to put this tank apart, I can disconnect everything, take this out. Initially I was going to put a hole in it and go through it to look nicer, but then I thought if at one point I want to take this out, either it's going to have to be a huge hole because the unit has to go through the hole, or slide back. I decided to slide back. But I can see this anyways in the back of the tank. But going back, 1 inch, and then I put two reducers, one on each side, as you can see over here, one here and one here, and that's where they go to the returns that are inside and finishing there. So that's it. Haven't got a chance to test it yet. I put a lot of extra glue, a lot of patience, a lot of extra pressure in there to keep those pipes in place, and now I just gotta do a water test. But before I do that, I gotta find go buy some silicone piping in here so I can connect to the pump. But that's it. I'm pretty excited about it, and the next thing I do here with you guys is gonna be a water test. So just be on the lookout for that. And if you have any questions, of course, I love doing this kind of stuff. It's we all do, it's pretty fun, and once you get something that's like this, that's done the way you want it and turn out the way you want it, it's pretty cool. So I'll give you another look around and shut up for a minute, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, see you later.